guys think that I'm a fringe radical extremist for suggesting that all mods should exist? I don't think like there is a single mod out there which I believe should be banned. Unless maybe it ruins the game, like it has malware or something, but other than that, literally, yes, every single mod should exist. Because at the end of the day, this is literally the sanctity of a man's bedroom, okay? Like every single argument that the liberals used in order to achieve gay marriage, arguments that I also happen to agree with, can also be used to defend mods. Because at the end of the day, it only affects the person installing the mods, right? So like in the sanctity of your own bedroom, in the privacy of your own house, you are modifying a game for your personal pleasure. You're customizing a product for your personal enjoyment. And only a fascist, only a person that wants to dominate others, to inflict their will onto other people, is going to decide what you are or aren't allowed to do. A person that is acting like your mummy, a person that is acting like your daddy, that would not help you if you're stuck in a ditch. They do not care about helping you live a better life. They do not care about uplifting you or making sure that you're successful. They just want you to do what they say because they're fascist. And you see them everywhere now, including in fascist mods, or woke mods as people are now calling them, because this is the nth time that it is happening. Like you have a mod which adds pride flags in Hogwarts. And by the way, I didn't mind that mod. I was like, well, if someone wants to mod their game to have like pride flags everywhere, like why not? Let them do it. It's their game. It's the sanctity of their own bedroom, right? The sanctity. Like, let them have it in the sanctity of their own bedroom. Let them play Hogwarts with pride flags. Now, what's interesting is that Hogwarts, due to the controversy at the time, because, oh my god, J.K. Rowling, the evil genocidal maniac from the United Kingdom, which sits on her throne and goes like, yeah, while going through the royalties that she's gathering from people buying her game. In order to combat that evil, the company which made Hogwarts decided, all right, well, let's throw a transgender character in the game. And they didn't even hire like an actual trans person to do the voice. They didn't even write it that way. They were like, okay, well, it's 1 hour before release, give or take. Let's use some audio modifying software and make this female actress sound transgender so we can have it in the game, right? So that's what they did. Now, people made a mod in order to reverse that. And all of a sudden, the fascist mods decided, no, like, this shouldn't happen, no. Too much. Now you made it political. Rainbow flags everywhere? That's normal. Removing the tinkering? Now you made it political. Interesting how, like, the left, right, like people, the leftist commentators, I mean, don't use the Jeremy meme when the left does it, right? Like when they decide to say, oh, well, now you made it political. No, that doesn't exist. Crickets everywhere. Hopefully people will point it out that these exist, right? I remember a mod which, I forgot which game it was. I think it was also Hogwarts, right. They also added a mod to allow darker skins into the game, right? Because like there were a couple of people which looked at the character skin and they say, well, there's no representation for me. Like when I look at the character customization, I'm of a very black pigmentation and you do not have this in the game. So people made a mod for that. That's fine. Now that they made the mod which you can make Will to be white, that's too far. Now you made it political. And these are the same people that lecture you. I mean, they spend so much time, so much effort, so much energy, so much money into trying to tell you that the representation is so important. Like when you play a video game, it should be like a mirror. You should see yourself in the character and all that, right? So like this is a mod where if you want the NPC to remain the way it's initiated, like black, okay, you play the game. If it bothers you so much, you use this. I think like there should be one that allows people to change the character into an Asian or whatever. I don't fucking care And honestly, I don't think they care either. Like, I refuse to believe that there are individuals out there who can't sleep at night because someone is installing this mod. They just want to flex their muscle, to show you who gets to spin that helicopter of a cock on the internet, to show you who's in power, to show you who dominates against the moderators. Like, they get to say, this is my ideology, and you will bend over because I have power over you. And what scares me, like, this is how these individuals behave when they get a little power on a corner of the internet. Like, something that no one really cares about. It's just a thing. Imagine if these people get into politics. Imagine how it would be to have one of these people as your boss. Like, if they're this power hungry, when it comes to, like, trivial shit that no one cares about. Imagine how they behave when they actually get into office, when they actually get power over other human beings. Because again, like, this is absolutely ridiculous, right? I mean, no, honestly, imagine the opposite. Would you care, like, if there was a mod which made Witcher into a black woman? Would you ban it? I wouldn't. I'm like, if other people legitimately wanted to play like that, I would be like, okay, fine. Why not? Yeah, sure. I mean, we can play as Geralt it probably ruins the game because it's a tailored experience for Geralt himself. But, like, if people want to install that, sure. If there was a mod which made one of the other characters, the Moon Elf lady, if they made her black or Asian, I'll be like, okay. Why can't they be like this? Why can't they be like? Why am I so tolerant compared to them? What do I have? Why do I have so much empathy in my heart? I'm just a troll. But why can I have so much empathy, so much compassion, and they can't even have half of the empathy and compassion that I do? And at the end of the day, if people really want this mod, there are other websites that can get it. Like, it's not that they actually prevent people from having the mod. It just shows you a mirror into their mindset. It just shows you how close-minded, how bigoted, how intolerant they are with other people. It really bewilders me, honestly. Like, I didn't want to talk about this, but, like, people are showing me, like, look what happened. And I'm like, again? Because I lost count on how many mods have been banned for ideological reasons. Mods that do not hurt anyone, do not create any type of harm outside of their ideology, right? Like no one thinks that this creates any harm. Especially when you go around and you explain how important representation is. And then you see, okay, well, players want to be represented, I guess. Like, honestly, I don't even know why the game doesn't allow you to customize these characters. Like, for example, even like the wizard, I don't know his name, white guy, whatever. Like, what if I want to play him as a woman? Like, I find his story interesting, but I want to play him as a female character. Or maybe I want to play him as an Asian. Well, why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I be able to change his race? Make him elvish or something? Why doesn't the game allow you to customize? Like why is this game, which is an RPG, where your character actually matters, why is it limiting you in customization to this degree? You can't control the boob size, you can't control the race of the NPCs and the characters, you can't even control their classes. I mean, at least, and it's a step back compared to the previous game that they made, Divine Divinity, right? In Divine Divinity, you could actually control the classes of the NPCs that you get to play with. And that was like a very smart decision because if you wanted, for example, to play with the Red Prince, but you didn't like the fact that he's a fighter, that's okay, you make him a mage. And now you get to pick the characters that are actually fun to play, and you get to pick their classes so that you can have the perfect party. You can't do this in Baldur's Gate 3. Why? The most popular mod is a mod that gives you tits. Why couldn't the developers put that in? It's so fucking bizarre, isn't it? It's like, what is it with this ideology? Because this is how I want to sum it up, right? Like, this is the conclusion I have. What is it with this ideology to constantly depower the individual? To constantly take away decisions and choices away from people? Let people have their fucking choices. Jesus. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.